Hey guys, I want to quickly start with a new way that I'm actually arranging the actual videos or ordering the videos. You might have noticed the communications videos, for example, might say C2.1, right? What I mean by that is C stands for the module, so this is communications. You have 2 standing for the context point, and I'll go over exactly what that means in a second. Context point or chapter, and 1 would stand for the first video of the second context point. So if we look at our syllabus, this would be the syllabus for bio, and you can see this is communications module, right? So C for communications, and you can see all these numbers. It goes from 1 to 7 for communications, and these are context points. So they're basically ordered in chapters. Each of these is like a mini chapter. So the 2 in this case, if it's C2, that means the actual syllabus area is this part here. It's the second context point. And then, for example, if it's C2.1, it's whatever video is first, but it'll go up to, usually it should be C2.4 because there's 4 dot points in this module. Or a different one, for example, the first one would be C1 is the first module of, so first chapter of the first module, and then there might be C1, C1.1, C1.2, and C1.3, right? But the reason why I'm just changing that is because someone gave me some feedback in terms of how I could improve, or suggesting that it might be important to improve the way things get ordered, and I completely agree. I think it might be much easier for people to find out which one is next when they can see this kind of way of sorting as opposed to what we had beforehand. So hopefully that you guys don't mind the new way of sorting different videos. But what I want to use this video for as well is just to talk about HSC exam questions. And hopefully you guys have started already to do some past papers, or if you haven't, hopefully you're planning to start very soon, because your HSC exam papers are definitely one of the best ways to practice to get prepared for your actual exams, right? So you probably guys have noticed I've got some up already, some in terms of some actual exam questions, but I'm actually going to be redoing those as well, because I've realized now how to actually get the proper questions. You might have noticed I used to draw the questions, which it was quite weird, but I didn't know how to take a screenshot, and now I know how to take a screenshot. So now all the ones I'm uploading now will have this kind of format. They'll be white in color, so you can white nose is a HSC exam question video, and they will actually be the exact question. So this is an exact question. It will tell you which question it is, what year it comes from as well, right? And I'll go for the actual question. I'll read the question out loud. You get to pause the video, attempt the question, which is important. Always attempt the question. Don't just let me go explain how I do it. But also before this happens, make sure to attempt the question. So once I tell you to pause the video, pause and then do the question. And now I actually also have the marking guidelines. So for every question there'll be a marking guideline, so I can show you exactly how to get your full marks. So I go for the marking guideline first. I break down the question into how to get full marks and what the question actually means. And then I give a sample answer. So basically, sample answer is kind of one way you could have written the question, not the only way, but one way to get your maximum marks, right? So sample answer comes after the marking guideline. And then at the end, I always say where the actual question came from, which is important because I want you guys to realize how important the syllabus actually is when it comes to preparing for the HSC exam questions. Because when it comes to the actual dot points, right, they are very closely aligned, almost exactly aligned when it comes to the actual exam question. So the verbs are always in there, and sometimes it might even be just a dot point that's the question itself. Sometimes it's a bit more complex, but in most cases, almost in all cases, you can directly link it to the syllabus dot point, which I do at the end of the videos, right? So I've uploaded now 6 videos, and you can see, for example, they're named like the one I have uploaded so far are named SB and 2. That means they come from SB, the Search for Better Health chapter, this bio chapter. The module, the Search for Better Health module. And they are from the second context. So all the ones that I've uploaded just now are from the second context point of that module. And then I put down the actual past paper, so the year, and I also put down the number in terms of what question it came from. And the order in the playlist is from easiest to hardest. So the first one will be generally the easiest, and the last one in that order will generally be the hardest, right? But hopefully this is useful, but make sure you start doing HSC exam questions. If you don't want to do them ones that I've uploaded here, you can start doing go on to the past paper section of the Board of Studies website, which is right here. I'll put a link into the actual comments as well in case someone wants to pop there, because they basically have all of the past papers from 2001 to 2011, and they're extremely helpful to do. I will be covering all past papers, so all past exam questions from 2001 to 2011 for bio and chem, physics maybe, hopefully, bio and chem definitely. I'll start with bio first, because remember your bio exam is on the 18th of October, and whilst I'm uploading these videos, these HSC exam question videos, I'll be continuing to work on the physics and chemistry playlists. So I'll be making space and ideas of implementation and motion generators videos for physics, and industrial chemistry for chemistry. Whilst I'm making those videos, I'll be focusing also on making the exam question videos for bio, especially the core exam question videos. But hopefully that was useful.